Hello, dear students. Welcome to I-Fal. My name is Teacher Nikki, and I am here to have another video lesson with you. So I am so excited to talk about a new topic for you today that will help you understand and construct better sentences using the English language. I know that these lessons will be very helpful for you to communicate using the English language that are grammatically correct and properly constructed, considering that we will be talking about some grammar topics. So I want you to concentrate on our lesson today, pay attention to our sample sentences, and please practice them very well even after the class. So let's go ahead and start our lesson. Let's go.
So, for today's lesson, let's go ahead and start talking about sentence structure. So, before we understand what this lesson is all about, let's still first define what sentence structure means. Okay? So, when we say sentence structure, it is the order of all the parts in a sentence, such as your subject, your predicate, your objects, phrases, punctuation, and etc. It deals a lot with independent and dependent clauses and how they combine, the placement of words and phrases next to what they modify, as well as the use of proper grammar. So remember, of course, from the word itself, when we talk about sentence structure, this is when we properly construct a sentence, how we form it, and how we put the parts together, of course, properly. Now, in sentence structure, it is very important to understand clauses, as mentioned. So, before we get into those different sentence structures, it's crucial to understand how clauses work. Okay? Because from this topic and then, or moving forward, we will be talking about sentence structures involving these clauses. Now, what is a clause? So, a clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb, okay? So, we consider it as a clause if it has a subject and a verb. Now, sometimes a clause is a complete sentence on its own, okay? Which means it gives a complete meaning or a sensible meaning to it. But other times, it needs help before it expresses a complete thought. Okay, so it means it needs more information or more sentences to complete the thoughts of them. Okay, now a clause that is complete sentence is what we call your independent clause. So, from the word itself, independent, it means it doesn't need more help or more sentences to complete the meaning. So it contains everything you need for a complete sentence. It has a subject and verb, and then with also objects as optional part of the sentence. Like, for example, here, we'll eat dinner at 5. So we completely understand this sentence, okay? And it doesn't need more information to complete its meaning. So, therefore, this is what we call your independent clause. Next example here, Faria and Bertuccio assisted the Count of Monte Cristo. Okay, so now we totally understand the meaning of this sentence. So therefore, it is considered as independent clause. Okay, now for the next one here, a clause that is not a complete sentence is called a dependent clause or subordinate clause. So these kinds of clauses support independent clauses, usually by adding necessary information. So since these clauses do not have like a complete meaning, it means they need more independent clauses to complete their meaning. And at the same time, these dependent clauses, they add necessary information to your independent clauses. Okay, example here, the roads are icy because it rained last night. So this sentence contains two clauses. Okay, so the first one is the roads are icy, okay, which is your independent clause, I mean. And the second clause here is because it rained last night. So it rained last night then is your dependent clause. So each sentence has a subject, the roads and it, and a verb, are, and rained. But only the first clause is a complete sentence by itself. The roads are icy. Okay, so therefore, okay, we want to add more information to it. So we add a dependent clause or a subordinate clause. Okay, next one. Um, if you notice, okay, that the subordinate clause, because it rained last night, slightly changes the meaning of the first sentence by adding new and important information. Okay, that's the main purpose of your subordinate or your dependent clauses. They are used to improve an independent clause with essential details. So you're giving more information to make the sentence even more sensible in meaning, okay? Now, although subordinate clauses have both subjects and verbs, they cannot exist on their own, okay? It means they cannot be a standalone sentence because the meaning could be incomplete in that case. All right, they contain special words called subordinating conjunctions, just like what we studied from the past videos, which connect them to the independent clauses. Okay, so later on our next lessons, we will be talking about more of these kinds of clauses, how we connect them, and how we actually understand their usages. So for now, let's please focus on understanding sentence structure, its meaning, and why it is important to know your dependent and independent clauses very well. Okay?
So I hope you find our lesson today very helpful. So as I always say, the secret in making your communication skills in English better is constant practice. So I want you to please keep on practicing all the lessons that we've had in the past and even this present lesson. So I know that you can do it really well and you'll improve yourself eventually. So just keep believing in yourself and practice more, okay? Now, please stay tuned to our more lessons here in I-Fal, and please visit our website that I will flash on the next screen. I also encourage you to please subscribe to our classes because we have a lot of amazing teachers that will help you and guide you in improving your English skills. So once again, this is Teacher Nikki. So I'll just see you again on the next classes and video lessons that we're going to have. I know that we will have more amazing lessons in the future. So stay tuned and good luck. Study harder and I'll see you next time. Bye.